Hello, it's your boy Midnight, literally shitting content down your throat in these past few days, but I can't help it. All this creative energy, I just have to release it, you know what I mean? Anyway, today I'm back with the second half of the quarterfinal games of the current World Cup. It's Germany against the Nordics. This time we're gonna look at my games, and I played against Lurifax from Denmark. You probably know him if you look at the leaderboards. He's always at the top, or most of the time. A very good player. My roster was Gabriel center, so I changed Brenton into center, Nikona, Sharokin, and Rom. These two stayed. And his roster was Ariman, Vulcan, and Paturabo. I'm not gonna spoil anything as usual, so I got replays for you. And without further ado, let's jump into the first game. Alright, game numero uno. I decided to start off center because I thought that he is very decent against a lot of his warlords. And I also got a pretty good starting hand here. Command bridge to fish for something. And servo arm, this is gonna be vital in this matchup. So let's see how it goes.
You are not so scary.
He surprised me a bit with his deck. We've got a Chulcha engine. I'm not sure what he fished for. And he smacks me. I'll start off with the command bridge. I know, first Rubbish City to draw. That's a card I put in case of his Paturabo. In this matchup it doesn't do that much, so I just use it here. And I fish for belts, which I can play next turn. This is a very good start. I didn't have a dead turn 1. Well, center you almost never have. And I was able to fish for the belts. Here I kinda regret that I played Rubbish City. Because, well, now he can ramp with his Elkiel for free, which would have delayed the turn, but doesn't matter that much. I of course play the belt. Obvious play here for turn 2, and pass the turn. He did also pen to dust, so also a really good start for him in my opinion. And I developed a servo arm on curve, also really happy about that. So now we can start basically stalling him out. Here's the patterns. I can't quite remember what he picked here. He didn't have that many great choices. I was mainly afraid of stuff like Motor Strike and Ferrum Cruiser, to be honest. So yeah, I kinda hope he didn't get any of these two. He keeps pressuring me and pens the dust, refills some of his health. I'm still in a good spot. I start off with a Motor Strike, I just see what it hits. And my plan is basically to kill something and bounce the other stuff with Melgator. Since currently I can't kill any of these with what I have in hand. Well, I could have Ferrum Cruisered this, but yeah. Not that important, I think. He flanks me. It's okay, and he remembrance orders. So he gets a Motor Strike in his hand. Pretty good choice. Maybe I would have taken the servo arm, but that works as well because I don't play that many troops and he has Astral Warfare anyway. Do I use the Ferrum Cruiser on his face? I mean, I need to deal some damage too. And I just shield up because I don't have Fall of Cardinal in hand. So I just save as much HP as I can while bringing him down a bit. Here's a mortar and he precogs it. I guess he anticipated me playing stuff like the Thunderhawk card, which I don't do. But yeah, I don't run it in this deck as far as I know. I just winnow it here. Probably. Yep. Can't keep it around obviously. Heal myself up. He shouldn't have any stuns anyway. And keep winding him down with my ability. So looking pretty good. I have almost already an HP lead. So that's what you got from Ferrum Cruiser. From Prince of Fate by Ferrum Cruiser. Wasn't that happy about it. And here's the second motor carrier. So now we're even on HP again. And he keeps going face, despite us being even. But I guess his game plan is to burn me down. Since I have a servo arm, It probably is the right decision. So, I will do it again probably. Ah, draw first, of course. Get a second Corvin. We'll do it again. And I probably don't play anything here. Yeah, I just use my Warlord ability. In case I draw the hammer, I want to be able to deal at least some damage. 10th Dust. And Physical Ore. Nasty combo here. Lots of Psychic Energy. And the thing is, I'm really afraid of Burst here. So I probably equip the second Servo Arm. And also get rid of Physical Ore with Corvin and my ability, I think here. Yeah. Because I want to mitigate as much damage as I can. I don't want to take 5 to the face here. Since I have 2 Servo Arms, all I have to do now is just outlast him. Void Engagement, not a card you see too often in Element. And yeah, soon you will see what I meant with the surprise. Astral Warfare rolled pretty lowly. Fortunate for me. Doesn't kill the Corvin and I get only 2 on my face. And he milks my Corvin. I was surprised to do that. I mean, it's tempo, but I can replay it for 3 damage. And he goes face with everything. So, with 2 Servo Arms, he really needs the initiative here, obviously. So, I heal up. I'm really afraid of what he has in hand. Kill the Pantsu. And the Melgator. Yeah. I could have also just killed this. This would have left him with Pantsu and Melgator, but yeah. I think that's the better play. So here's the Mortar Strike from Remembrance Order. Kills the Corvin. And the second one he drew from Abandoned Supplies. So he's playing a Burny Araman deck, somewhat. And I'm taking quite some damage here. Yep, good thing I healed up. Or I would have been at 1. So he got me really close here. Battle of Double Servo on my back to 8. I just killed the Skitarii Protector. And shoot him in the face with Corvin. We are still not done here. If he has Ankto and rolls nicely on Astral, I would have lost. But he doesn't seem to have it. And first game goes to me, a really close one. I must admit I was sweating, but I had pretty convenient answers for everything he played. And he really surprised me with the Burny approach, so to say. But yeah, as mentioned, first game goes to me. And I'd say let's jump into the second one. So my center is gone, since I won with him. So I go with Nikona. I had a pretty wanky build here. We will see. So I mulligan the high cost stuff, keep the last rifle.
It gives me no pleasure to do this. Knowledge is power.
Very good draw, actually. I just stealth up, nothing to do here, so it's basically charging my ability. And he seems to run the same list, the Burny Rayman, kind of. Should also work against Nikona, I guess. I just play the last rifle with tempo. And yeah, I don't go face here because I know what he's playing. I kinda trying to play it safe. Recogs at Jubak, so he forces me to use my ability on him. I really don't want Jubak around in this matchup. I don't want him to draw my Javelin Speeders and stuff. Or even worse, Deliverance. I just play the bikes for more tempo. Not worrying about placement here that much. Because, yeah, but it was kind of a mistake. Because, yeah, now he got Ravenstone from Patterns of Fate. Yeah, this is terrible, to be honest. Yeah, I think that messed up my game. I should have kept the pet bikes in my hand, maybe. But yeah, I developed my own Raven's Talons. And now, yeah, now it's a race, but he has more burn. So, let's see how it goes. He draws. And yeah, here's the Mortar Strike. Evens out our health almost. And a smack to the face. Without retaliation damage. Nah, I don't do anything good here. So I just play Curse to cycle. Inescapable Cell will maybe come in handy later. I just play another Last Rifle for tempo. And swing in with Nicona. That kinda sucks. What I developed. Fortunately misses the Last Rifle. And yeah, because of precog I can't respond to it effectively. I cycle the Ravens, the Curse of the Raven again. Into the bed and supplies. Now the bike. And sell the mortar carriers. We're even on health, and that's something I like to see here. Simply because, as mentioned, he has a lot of burn. So I'm just trying to seal the game, more or less. Void engagement hits again. So we get a Marauders from Trebek. Not the burst, not the burst. And I kinda take it again with my scimitar jet bikes. Really unfortunate. I just played the Hydra. I mean, the worst that can happen is probably an 8 energy Ashen Blow. And this swings into my face. Here's a 10 already. So I just need to draw a couple of my sentence units. But yeah, here's the counter attack. Costs 2, but yeah. Still costs me a lot. Precogs his stuff. And mortar carrier probably hitting my face again. Yeah. At this time I wish it would hit here. But yeah, here I draw Marauders. But it's not enough. And I decide to just spam the board. Maybe he didn't draw Astral Warfare yet. I mean, it's possible. I could have just sell it. But it doesn't matter at this point. And I stealth up. But Astral Warfare was drawn 2 turns before apparently. Please my jet bikes and 5 damage on the Hydra. And he also got the anti-stealth ready, swinging in for lethal with the Stolen Raiders. And Raven's Talons are so yeah, Patterns of Fate kinda won in the game here in my opinion. But it's also due, I could have lowered the chances of him getting Raven's Talons by not playing my my jet bikes, the 2 energy scimitars. What are they called? Yeah, the 2/2 sneaky bikes. Basically, by not playing them because I have protocols in this deck. This was a vehicle-centered deck. I prepared for Paturabo basically because I wasn't able to play that. My usual build there. But anyway, so it's 1-1. Last game will decide. And without further ado, let's jump into it. I stick to Nicona. He isn't allowed to use his Paturabo anymore. To use his Iron Man anymore, so he goes with Paturabo of course. Very good matchup for him against Rom and Nicona. So yeah.
It gives me no pleasure.
Now you will see my the deck in actual action. I don't do anything here. I don't even stealth up because I want to dodge his ability with my stealth. Maybe should have still done it, but because I have a turn 2 play with supply lines. But yeah. We just have to play a bit patiently at this point. I draw Solaro bikes again, so this is what I meant with 2/2 sneakies. And he plays Damian instead of using his ability. I was kind of surprised here. Why he put this in his deck. I kind of expected that standard burn Paturabo, so I play the scimitars. Easy clear for me. And pass the turn. This also forces him to act. So another stall of his ability. He clears the position bombardment without taking 4, but can't use his ability again, so he face bashes. So what do? I play abandoned supplies, saving the bikes this time. I just stealth up here, I guess. So another turn of his ability. Another turn where his ability doesn't find use. I can deal with it pretty easily too. Similar to jet bikes. And my ability probably. Oh no. Plays a bit into viral bombs, but again this would stall his ability for another turn. So I think it's fine. He still has to, if he doesn't throw viral bombs, he did, but if he didn't, he would have had to dispatch one of these, leaving the other one alive for a second attack. But yeah, viral bombs are there, and the top third of his deck as usual, and this time he uses his ability. Alright. The last rifle section is gonna be played here probably. Yep. And this time I go with his Laro bikes into Forbidden Protocols. And I roll pretty nasty here, to be honest, so it gets +2/+2 from the protocols, so best roll here, Mark of Siege, second best, and Bloodthirst. It also gets Flank, I see now, but yeah, Flank is pointless. So it gets 2 keywords, basically 1. A very good mark, and +2/+2. And the bikes swing in for 10. I don't know if that mattered in the end, if we see the game, but yeah. He used his counter attack here, was like, why? Not viral bombs, but he then played Wreck and Ruin. And yeah, I don't know why, because Wreck and Ruin does 10 damage anyway, and it didn't have survivors, so yeah. Maybe he didn't want to get another hit from last rival section. So yeah, gotta play the Raiders, swinging with everything. Deal a good chunk of damage to him, and just stealth up. So theoretically, he would be, if I didn't get Bloodthirst, at 13 HP. Mortar Strike misses. So thing is, he kind of blamed the Bloodthirst roll on it. I mean, the other rolls were really good, but even if he didn't have Bloodthirst, he would be at 13. I have 7 on board, and I have Morata's Squad and Last Rifle in hand. So this basically, that's 1 damage, and now that's 2 damage. That's 4 damage. That's 4 plus 5 plus 1. That's 10 damage, and that's 13. So I would have had extra lethal anyway, even if I didn't roll Bloodthirst. So yeah, it kinda didn't matter if I rolled the Bloodthirst there or not. The stats basically, yeah, mattered the most. So yeah, I finished it with my second Marauders. And that's game 3. And that means we won 2-1. As you probably saw, Constant Velda won 2-1 as well. And that means Team Germany is proceeding into the semifinals. The quarterfinals are already done, so our next opponent will be Canada. They won against Asia. And in the other half, so to say, are Australia and France. So this is basically the semifinals, Australia and France, and us in Canada. Let's see if we can make it to the finals. If not, we will still have 2 more videos, so the semifinals and the finals, or the losers finals. So 2 more World Cup videos coming up. Stay tuned for those. This is basically where this tournament ends. It's mostly 2 more weeks. It's been like over 2 months now where this is going. And yeah, feel free to check out the playlist on my channel if you want to see the other World Cup games as well. We're starting with the group stage. There are 9 rounds. And besides that, as usual, I got the constructed decks on my channel and the event gameplay. I'll repeat the same. You probably know it. Check it out if you're interested. And I hope to see you in the semifinals video, or even earlier. Maybe a little Catherine guide coming up, who knows. And until then, nerd out.